Hi, I'm Jeff Decker, and welcome to In Town. Well, it looks like last week's show topic about the problems of having to do with heroin and how so many of the kids are getting caught up in it today found its way to some very good and helpful people. Hopefully, people that need for some kind of help in this area or any addiction that they can also find their way from them to get better. I thought today we would try and talk about some of the reasons why addictions take place in anyone's life in order for anything not good for your well-being to take hold in your life. Something has to be missing. You need something to fill that gap. Drugs, alcohol, gambling, any addiction. That's where it becomes very simple to fill that missing gap. So, what could be missing so much that we turn to something that can hurt us and those around us so badly? Problems at work, problems at home, problems in school, and the ever so popular problem of money. That's right. Relationships, love. Maybe you can tell from the music on the opening here of the show, my favorite band is the Beatles. And another one of their prophetic quotes, famously, all you need is love. I know that personally, my heart, my soul, I feel that same quote. And I have spent all of my life, and most people do, looking for love. The love I feel as a father, so very important with my daughter Alex, and how that fills my heart with so much joy and love. But now being alone again and not having found that special someone to call my soulmate, your partner for life, I again am searching to fill that empty spot in my heart that needs to be filled. Well, thank goodness for my family and friends that take up a great part of that to do with all my friendships that fill much of that gap that's in my heart. But yet, not having that partner still leaves that emptiness. It's not hard to see why someone would do something to fill that emptiness in their life, but being selfish and only looking to satisfy yourself and not caring about the others around you and who you might be hurting in that process, it's just wrong. As human beings, as a society, as a village, they might say, as a township, community, we can do better to help those that are struggling with that emptiness. To let them know, and others, that we are here for them and we hear what they're saying. Instead of turning to drugs and alcohol, but for them to know that someone's there. Someone's here to hear you, to listen, to comfort, and understand what it is and what you're going through. So, what can we do to cope with this loneliness, with that feeling that nobody's there, nobody's listening, and how it's affected and how it's effective in our life? Well, God is there for us, and also many feel that in the gap can be filled in your heart with God. Church is a wonderful gathering place where so many feelings and our pain is understood and our struggles. It's a wonderful outlet for a much safer place for us to be with those that are without, and that special person and partner to find that fulfillment that keeps us moving forward. Maybe for you, your church is a great gathering place to get together. Others are volleyball or a soccer league. Here in Michigan, during this colder months, when it affects most of us so very much, what we call in the area, of course, cabin fever, is hit the area and we need that time outside of our house to get meeting with our friends and family and to keep our heads up and our chins up, even in troubling times. Personally, I know that my friends and family keep me moving forward. The show does, and people that help me. Work forward in your work and the people at your work, friendships that are there, help keep me balanced and should for you, looking ahead. I thought that doing this show right here on TV and on the internet and iPod would help for everyone that's misunderstood and trying to understand to reach out for that process. And that's why I'm here. It might not seem like a big thing, but it's just a simple phone call or a text or a letter just to let someone know in your life that you're there and they matter and can mean so much to you and so much to them. God bless us all. And remember, I'm here. Feel free to write me, text me, reach out. You'll see me around town. I'm here. We can try to do something together. We're going to keep this segment going so that you don't feel so left out. All right. So, moving on here. It was a great Super Bowl, right? The greatest of all times? Well, for us diehard Lions fans, it's hard to find much anything good in a Super Bowl since we've never been to a Super Bowl. But to start having any kind of a promise towards it for connections that bring it just a bit closer to us. The quarterback, that's right, the quarterback of all time. There he is. That's right, the greatest that they've ever known, right? The quarterback that they say is the greatest of all time, with now 5 Super Bowl rings. That's Tom Brady, who was drafted late in the NFL draft process. Nowhere near those front runners coming out of college, who didn't have a stellar college career, but then you go and reach out and look to claim Brady as the quarterback. Well, the quarterback from where? That's right, our own University of Michigan. I know it's a reach, but, you know, even my daughter's, Alex, that's Tom, her favorite. But we're all proud to have some kind of connection with the greatest quarterback of all time. And being a Michigander, I'm proud of anything that comes from and out of this state. And ours is sure a great way and good to see that all the fabulous game and how this thing ended up being that it was I was with good friends. In fact, Jim Powers and his lovely wife, Yana, invited me to their house. Thank you so very much. And the game went on, and I want to just say that this game was just going on so late that at night, my friend Donna and I that went to the game, at the end of the third quarter, Donna and I left. We just didn't know. My bet, she was saying, you know, you were all wrong. The team, she knew that all along Atlanta was going to win. And man, that third quarter, you know, by the time I made it home to watch the last 5 minutes of the game, oh my goodness. What your heart does when your team is so far out of it and making this unbelievable comeback. My goodness, Julius Edelman right here. You can't do the Franco Harris, the immaculate reception, but I know I did hear someone saying the Edelman edge, the Edelman grab, something about Julius Edelman who made that unbelievable, this tip, and to concentrate. Check the eyes out. And then I love this. He kind of leaves his hands off it to re-grip it. And as Josh said, it just floated right there, right, Josh? It never hit the turf. It simply hung in suspension for him to let go and grab it again and pull it in and still not touch the ground beforehand. So you just kind of concentrate enough. But what this game proved and what Edelman actually said after the game that really stuck with me, he said that all the coaches and all that, they put them through such a rigorous training that they felt as though they out-trained the fabulous, and they did one heck of a job for 3/4 of the game. Atlanta Falcons, oh my God, but they got worn down. Edelman makes that unbelievable catch to continue the drive. Training, education proves itself yet again to be the winner. All right, let's talk about the halftime show. There's Tom. Good job, Tommy. The halftime show, right? It goes into the annals of all history. Lady Gaga, who has been one of my favorite performers from the time that I never forget that her performance on the Academy Awards show, singing those fabulous songs from The Sound of Music, and then out walks Julie Andrews. Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen it, make sure you do that. What a job she did. And still, it just gave me chills. And then, now she jumps off the roof of the NRG Stadium. Okay, we've studied this. She didn't actually jump off the roof, and the drones thing was taped earlier. But I think it was one of the greatest halftime performances ever. And because all of us here are pretty much drone heads, that it was such a wonderful thing. And all the floating, I mean, the Pepsi design, come on, making all of those neat patterns, and then the American flag. You sure have to, play back all of the things that go on to be able to see how these great sponsors and the American flag, to Lady Gaga, to everybody in the Super Bowl, well done. Well, it's time for our update from our own Jack under the checkered flag. Oh, Jack.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Say, this weekend up in Flint, they have the Chrome and Ice Indoor Car Show. That's at the Dorth Federal Event Center. It used to be the IMA. It's at 3501 Lapeer Road. It starts at 12 to 9 on Friday and Saturday 9 to 9. And don't forget, the 24th through the 26th, the 65th annual McGuire's Autorama at Coba Hall. And in the motorcycles, something coming up. This is for February 17th and 19th. The 2017 AMA Ice Race Grand Championship will be held at Cadillac, Michigan. And this weekend, in motorcycles, the ABC Harley Davidson on Highland Road in Waterford. Enjoy a free flower in honor of Valentine's Day, first come, first served. So pick up a flower. Hey, that's it for this week. Don't forget, every week we will be here and tell you about all the events, auto events, motorcycle events, racing events. But until then, hey, we'll see you under the checkered flag.
Hey, thanks, Jack, and we'll be sure to watch for that. I want to let everybody know this show has been gathering more and more views. So let's see if we can bust the 500 views mark, okay? Please share the show and get more and more people to watch. I want to thank everybody involved, Whitney, Diana, Josh, and everyone who watches. Thank you so much. Spend some time. Come see us again. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm Jeff Decker.